Hi, it's Lipstick Gal. Thank you so much for watching today. I wanted to tackle another 2021 makeup trend and see if it works for people over 40. I love and have always loved makeup and trends. I've been hugely influenced it since I was a small child, even before I could put on blush. Like that 80s drape blush, you can see I've got that going on strong. It's definitely one of the things I have always loved. And I have worried the older I get, are certain trends just not appropriate? So I'm trying to kind of figure out a way to make it work for me since I'm in my mid-40s. Today, we're gonna do colored liner and colored mascara. And I think a lot of this just comes down to picking a color that you're comfortable with. And so for today, I wasn't ready to go like red liner, red mascara, but I thought burgundy mascara and liner would look amazing. I have with me the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Last Longwear Eyeliner in the shade Burgundy. It looks like this. You'll see it has just a little bit of a metallic sheen to it. I'm going to use this. I have very light, almost undiscernible eye makeup on right now, just enough to kind of contour my eyes just a little bit. I thought I would do just matte so that the shine would come from this, and a powder I'm going to layer over the top. But first of all, I've just dulled it. I got to give her a little sharpen, and we're going to try to draw on some liner. I don't know that this is as sharp as I want it, and I don't know, I feel like the product is moving around in the casing a lot. Do you see that? It's kind of giving a little wiggle. I don't know if I can get this any sharper. I do have a really good sharpener. I have the Grindhouse from Urban Decay. It's a little old, but it's never ruined any of my liners before, and this one completely broke off, so I had to sharpen it a significant amount, and this is not anywhere near as sharp as I would like it. So cross your fingers, and let's do this. Okay, I am gonna start just right in the middle of the lashes and just pull a line. I'm gonna try and keep my mirror low so that you can see what I'm doing. And then just pull a line to the end of my lashes. I'm gonna see if I can extend this into a bit of a wing once I have the color where I like it. And instead of going straight in like this, you'll notice that I am laying it kind of sideways. And then just short little strokes. I find that the older I get, the easier it is to deal with kind of a blurred liner because I don't see as good as I used to. And I need my glasses, but you can't put on eyeliner and wear glasses at the same time. So we're just gonna do our best here. Carefully take it into that inner corner and try and keep the line as thin as possible. I don't mind if it gets a little thicker as I go out, but I definitely want to keep it as thin as possible on the inside line. It's already thicker than I want it. When that happens, I'll just take my finger and lay it on there and then pull in towards the lashes, and that can kind of thin out that line just a little bit. Another thing you can do if you're not liking the way that the liner itself is laying down is to take a really teeny tiny brush, load it up with liner, and use that to draw your line. You might end up having to do that to get any sort of wing that is sharp and discernible. Once you get to the outside corner, here's the part that I always find the most difficult and that I can never get to match up one eye to the other. But the goal is now to draw upwards, and I always find the best way to do this is to follow like the lower waterline. If that line were to continue going up, I'll just take my pencil, start drawing a line in an upward line this way, because if I go out and follow this out, it tends to drag my eye down a little bit. My goal is to lift. Here's where I'm going to use a little teeny tiny brush. I'm going to load it up with this product here. I don't feel like I'm going to get a crisp line out of this. I'm kind of afraid to sharpen it anymore. And then make sure that I continue this line the way that I want it, kind of stamping with this little thin brush, and then kind of just connect it a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to replicate it on the other side. I'll be holding my breath. I'll be back in a minute. This is about as close as I'm gonna get them with just the liner, and I feel a lot of that is that the liner is a little stiffer than I expected, and I've never tried this liner before, and I feel like my best tools were a Q-tip for just kind of cleaning up specific areas, and then just sharpening the line by drawing over it like this to extend it to a little sharp corner with a teeny tiny little brush, and to fill in a few gaps by putting product on this. And it got about as close as I think I'm going to get. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean this brush off. I'm just rubbing it on a towel here on my lap. And then I'm gonna go straight into a palette that has kind of a metallic rusty shade. I'm gonna use this shade right here called Love Resin. And I'm going to build it up on my brush, tap off any excess, and then just kind of lightly tap this over the liner. And this is just going to make sure that this liner doesn't go anywhere today. I do have watery eyes. I feel like that is one of the things I have been blessed with as I get older, is that my eye makeup doesn't always stay exactly where I put it, courtesy of my perpetually leaky eyes, and I always leak out of the outside corners. So even though this is a Pro Longwear liner, I am going to give it that extra layer of insurance by just tapping this similar colored powder right over the top. I also feel like it's giving me an opportunity to kind of perfect this upward outward line, just a little bit more finesse than I was getting from the pencil alone. One of my favorite things to do recently has been to wear colored mascara. And I know this mascara isn't like wildly outside of my comfort zone. It's not a bright blue, it's not a red, it's not an orange or a yellow, but it is a burgundy. And I thought by keeping my eyeshadow really minimal, no sparkle attached to what's on the lid other than a little bit of metallic shine with the liner, that my burgundy mascara would just shine through. So I'm gonna put on some primer and then colored mascara over the top. This is one of my favorite primers. This is the Lancome Cils Booster XL. L'Oreal's Voluminous primer is also really nice, but I just picked up a new one of these and I've been reaching for it quite a bit. I'm gonna throw on this L'Oreal Voluminous mascara in Burgundy. It's a really pretty, it looks brown-ish, but it gives just enough interest and variety. Be like, oh wait, what's going on? It's not quite what I think it is, and that's what I like about it. This is the finished look. I did do a couple of things to kind of sharpen my line. It was feeling a little smudgy. I took this little teeny tiny brush and I loaded it up with skin toned powder, and then just kind of took it right underneath here. It's gonna highlight that, and then I kind of dragged it down to kind of sharpen the edge just a little bit. And I think that's one of those things that can really help if you don't have a perfectly steady hand. I feel like it does sharpen the line just a smidge. Is it perfect? No. Is it better? Absolutely. Another thing I did is I took a nude liner and I just kind of ran it in my lower waterline. This is the one from Colourpop. This is Honeydude. I've liked this liner for quite a long time for my lower waterline, just to bring some brightness and to open up the look of the eye just a little bit more. I do have 2 coats of this Voluminous mascara in Burgundy on. If you're curious, this is what it looks like right here next to the liner. They're both from the L'Oreal line, so they're kind of meant to work well together, but I do like this formula, and I feel like if you're gonna try this trend, don't spend the $20+ to get your favorite formula in a color. Just go for something that you can pick up at the drugstore, maybe using a 25% off coupon or something, just so that you can give it a try. This does come in multiple colors. On the L'Oreal website, it says it comes in deep violet, in deep green, the burgundy that I have, cobalt blue, black, brown, and blackest black. So there are options. I wish that there were some brighter, maybe instead of a deep green, maybe a emerald green or a teal, but I think that you can count on a lot of other makeup companies. I know Colourpop does a ton of colored mascaras. There are less expensive ways to try this trend. I think it's really fun. I haven't done winged liner in a while, and I haven't done colored liner in a while. I usually stick to my brown liner, occasionally to a black liner. That's where I feel most comfortable, but I feel like this trend definitely can work. And it all comes down to just the confidence to wear it. Thanks so much for watching today. I would love to know if there are 2021 trends that you use every single day, things that you are constantly doing and reaching for that have really been brought to the forefront this year. I would also love to know if you live in colored liner or mascara. What are your favorite shades? What are your favorite formulas? And if there's a trend you've been curious about but you don't know that you're ready to try it yourself, let me know. I will be your guinea pig. If you're curious, I will also link right here my 2021 makeup trends so that you can watch the rest of the ones that I've tried so far this year. Thanks for watching. Thank you for being subscribed. Subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you again soon. Bye.